Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction created for entertainment purpose only, not affiliated with BTS or Big Hit Entertainment. Characters and storyline are fictional and for entertainment purpose only. If you are homophobic, then please just leave. Tigers Bunny promote respect and kindness. Taehyung POV. I woke up early feeling a mix of emotion, regret, anxiety, and hope. I quickly got out of bed trying to not to disturb Jungkook and made my way to the kitchen. I started preparing breakfast, hoping that a peaceful morning atmosphere would help ease the tension between us. As I cooked, my mind replayed the events of the previous night, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I had hurt Jungkook deeply. I kept glancing at the clock, waiting for Jungkook to wake up so I could apologize and try to make things right. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee and toast filled the air, and I hoped that it would be a gentle way to start the conversation. As I finished setting the table, I heard the sound of Jungkook steering to the bedroom. My heart skipped a beat as I waited for him to emerge, wondering how he would react to my attempts at reconciliation. Would he forgive me, or would the wounds of the previous night still be too raw? End of POV. Jungkook came downstairs looking sharp and professional in his office attire. He didn't even glance in Taehyung's direction, his eyes fixed on some point ahead as he headed for the door. Taehyung felt a pang of disappointment and desperation, realizing that he was still upset with him. Taehyung quickly got up and followed him, calling out to him as he reached for the door handle. Taehyung, Jungkook, are not you going to eat breakfast? His voice was shaking slightly. Jungkook paused his hand on the door handle, but he didn't turn around for a moment. Taehyung thought he might say something, but he simply shook his head and walked back to the door, leaving Taehyung alone in the kitchen, feeling dejected and unsure of what to do next. The sound of door closing behind him seemed to echo through the silence, a stark reminder of the distance between them on the other side at office. As Jungkook sat at his desk, staring blankly at the papers in front of him, his mind wandered back to the morning's event. He couldn't shake the image of Taehyung's cheerful face, his voice cracking with emotion as he begged for forgiveness. Jungkook's heart ached with every passing moment, thinking about the pain he had caused his beloved Taehyung. Despite his best efforts to appear calm and collected, tears began to well up in his own eyes. He felt a lump form in his throat as he thought about how much he loved Taehyung, how much he cherished him, but he pushed the emotion away aside, wiping away the tears that had begun to fall. Taehyung needs to learn a lesson. He told himself he needs to know how much hurt his word caused me. Jungkook's expression hardened, his jaw clenched in determination. He would give Taehyung space, but he wouldn't give up on him. He loved him too much for that. But for now, he needed to keep his emotion in check, no matter how much it hurt. As the days went by, Taehyung's effort to win Jungkook back only seemed to intensely his pain. Every evening he would prepare a romantic dinner complete with candles and flowers, hoping to recreate the spark that had once burned so brightly between them. He would write heartfelt letters, pouring out his emotion and apologizing for his mistakes. But no He would write heartfelt letters, pouring out his emotion and apologizing for his mistakes. But no matter how hard he tried, Jungkook continued to ignore him. The silence was defining, and Taehyung's heart felt like it was shattering into a million pieces. He would cry himself to sleep every night, missing the warmth of Jungkook's voice, a comforter with strong arm around his waist. Freely between them. On the other side, Jungkook was hurting just as much every time he ignored Taehyung. He felt like he was tearing his own heart out. He longed to hold him close, to kiss away his tears and tell him everything was going to be okay. But he knew he had to stay strong to teach Taehyung a lesson about the hurt his words had caused. The pain of their separation was a heavy burden to bear, and Jungkook wasn't sure how much longer he could keep up this charade. Today, as always at dinner, Jungkook ignored Taehyung. Taehyung also cried so much after Jungkook left. Now Jungkook was After Jungkook left, now Jungkook was lying on bed pretending he slept. Taehyung entered in, crying silently. It's enough for him now. He can't bear Jungkook's ignorance more. He silently climbed up on bed, calling Jungkook with his trembling voice. Jungkook, I know you are not sleeping, but Jungkook don't respond, ignoring him. Taehyung hiccups badly. He removed sheet from Jungkook and bring inside. Jungkook stared and cried hardly, asking thousands of forgiveness. I'm sorry, Abby, please forgive me. Jungkook opened his eyes also become teary. He held Taehyung, letting him cry as much as he wanted. Taehyung slept while crying. Jungkook's gaze was drawn to Taehyung's peaceful, sleepy face, his tears stained cheeks and eyelid, a poignant reminder of the pain he had endured. With a tender touch, Jungkook wiped away the remaining tears, his fingers tracing the contours of Jungkook's face. He couldn't resist the urge to kiss away the sorrow, his lips brushing against Taehyung's skin in soft, gentle motion. He kissed his eyelid, his nose, his cheeks, and finally his lips. As he gazed at Taehyung's serene face, Jungkook's heart swelled with love and compassion. He whispered softly, this is enough punishment for you, love. Don't worry, Hubby will forgive you from tomorrow. Jungkook's voice was laced with affection, his word a promise of forgiveness and reconciliation. He smiled, feeling the sense of relief wash over him. He knew that their love was strong enough to withstand the challenges they faced. Their love was strong enough to withstand the challenges they faced, and he was eager to move forward to heal and rebuild their relationship. With a final kiss on Taehyung's forehead, Jungkook settled in beside him, his arm wrapped around his sleeping figure, holding him close as they drifted off to sleep together. The next morning, Jungkook woke up to the gentle sound of Taehyung's soft breathing, his gaze lovingly at Taehyung's sleepy face, his eyes tracing the contours of his feature. He couldn't resist the urge to kiss him again, his lips brushing against Taehyung's skin in soft, gentle motions. Today, Jungkook decided to take a break from the office, wanting to spend quality time with his beloved Taehyung. He carefully got out of bed, trying not to disturb Taehyung's peaceful slumber. After freshening up, Jungkook headed to the kitchen, determined to make a special breakfast for Taehyung. He cracked eggs into a bowl, wiped up a fluffy omelette, and toasted some bread. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee filled the air. Taehyung to wake up. Jungkook's heart swelled with excitement as he set the table, adding a small vase with a single rose to make it romantic breakfast. At the side, Taehyung walked downstairs, his eyes adjusting to the bright morning light. As he entered the kitchen, he was taken aback by the sight of Jungkook, who was beaming with a warm smile as he prepared breakfast. Taehyung's eyes widened in surprise and he gasped, his heart skipping a beat. He hadn't seen Jungkook smile like that in a long time, and the sight brought tears to his eyes. He felt like he was dreaming, like this couldn't be real. Jungkook was still angry with him, wasn't he? Why was he being so sweet and caring all of a sudden? Hyung's mind was filled with question, but his heart was filled with hope. He took a step closer, his eyes locked on Jungkook's smiling face, and his voice barely above a whisper. Jungkook. Hyung's eyes widened in shock as Jungkook turned to face him. A loving smile on his face, he froze, his feet rooted to the spot as Jungkook leaned in to kiss his forehead. Time seemed to slow down as Hyung's brain struggled to process what was happening. He couldn't believe his eyes. Jungkook, the man who had been ignoring him for days, was now smiling at him and showing him affection. It was like a dream, but Theong's heart was racing and he felt like he was going to wake up any moment. He stood there frozen in shock as Jungkook's lips touched his forehead, the warmth of his breath sending shivers down his spine. Jungkook's eyes locked onto Theong's and he could see the confusion and guilt written all over his face. He cupped Theong's face gently, wiping away the tears that had begun to fall. Theong, love, I know what you are thinking, he said softly, but I wasn't mad at you. I was hurt by your words. I wanted to show you how much your word hurts me. That's why I punished you with my silence. But now I forgive you, love. It's enough now. Taehyung hiccups badly. He shook his head, his eyes welling up with tears again. No, I don't deserve your love, Cookie. He stammered. I doubted your love. I called you a cheater. How could I say that? I am so bad. Taehyung's word was punctuated by sobs, and he buried his face in Jungkook's chest, crying uncontrollably. Jungkook held him close, his heart itching with compassion and love. He stroked Taehyung's hair, trying to comfort him, but Taehyung's guilt and shame seemed to be overwhelming him. I'm so sorry, Cookie, he whispered, his voice barely audible. I don't know what come over me. Jungkook's voice was gentle as he tried to reassure Taehyung. No, love, you are not bad, he said softly. Just the circumstances were bad. I know you were jealous, love, and I understand why. But what you said, it was hurtful. It cut deep, but I am willing to forget it, love. It's in the past now. Let's not dwell on it anymore. And I'm sorry also, love. I unknowingly made you insecure. But trust me, love, I only love you. I never noticed that she tried to come close to me. I swear, love, but now I break my partnership with her. Not me, and not you will ever see her again. He softly whispers, kissing Theon's face, making him calm down. As Theon softly calmed down, Jungkook began to shower him with gentle kisses, his lips tracing the contours of Theon's face. Jungkook, love, it's okay, he whispered, his voice a soothing balm to Theon's frazzled nerves. I'm here for you always. I missed you so much, love. Theon's arm wrapped tightly around Jungkook's waist, holding him close as he buried his face in Jungkook's chest. Theon, I missed you too, Cookie, he whispered, his voice muffled. So much. I was so scared I would lose you. Jungkook's kisses grew more fervent, his lips claiming Theon's as his own, the tension between them dissipated, replaced by the deep sense of longing and connection. And the kiss, Theon felt his heart heal, the pain and guilt of the past few days slowly fading away. Jungkook's hands roamed over Theon's back, holding him close as they deepened their kiss. The room around them melted away, leaving only the two of them lost in their own little world. Theon's tear had stopped, replaced by a sense of relief and happiness. He felt like he was home, like he was exactly where he was meant to be. Jungkook's love and forgiveness washed over him, soothing his soul and calming his fear. As they pulled back from their kiss, Jungkook smiled at Theon, his eyes shining with love and adoration. Jungkook eyes locked into Theon's, his expression serious. Promise me, love, he said, his voice filled with conviction. In the future, if you have any misunderstandings or doubts, you will talk to me first. No more running away or assuming the worst. We will face everything together, okay? Theon's heart swelled with emotions as he looked at Jungkook. He knew that he had hurt Jungkook deeply with his words and actions, and he was determined to make things right. I promise, Cookie, he said, his voice firm. I will always talk to you first, no matter what. I don't want to hurt you again. Jungkook's face softened and he smiled, relief straightened all over his face. Jungkook, good love, he said, pulling Theon close. I don't want to lose you either. As they hugged, Theon felt a sense of peace wash over him. He knew that he still had a lot to learn and grow from, but with Jungkook by his side, he felt like he could face anything. Jungkook held him tightly, his arm wrapped around Theon's waist, and Theon could feel his heart beating steady and strong. They stood there for a long moment, holding each other, and Theon felt his love for Jungkook grow even stronger. He knew that their relationship wasn't perfect, but he also knew that they were perfect for each other. Jungkook's voice whispered in his ear, let's have breakfast now, love. I'm starving. Theon chuckled, feeling a sense of normalcy return to their relationship. Okay, hubby, he replied, smiling, but only if you promise to feed me too. Jungkook laughed, and the sound was music to Theon's ear. Of course, love, he said, I will always feed you.